federal court blocks Texas redistricting efforts in 2026 midterms.
The Epstein files are closer to being released as Congress passes the bill to Donald Trump.
And how you can cash in on Amazon's $2.5 billion settlement.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I'm Landry Brady.
And I'm Cameron Shields.
Federal judges blocked Texas from using the new U.S. House map in the 2026 midterm election. Earlier this year, President Donald Trump made efforts to have GOP lawmakers in many states redraw their maps in order to help the Republican Party preserve its slim House majority ahead of the 2026 midterms. However, Texas Attorney Ken Paxton says that he plans to appeal and that the maps are legal.
A federal judge in Texas has temporarily blocked a state law that requires public schools to post the 10 Commandments. Republican Governor Greg Abbott signed the law in June, but a number of families challenged it, arguing the law violates the First Amendment's Establishment Clause. That provision prevents the government from establishing an official religion. Tuesday's restraining order is temporary, and further court proceedings will determine the law's fate. The American Civil Liberties Union praised the judge's order and called it a win for religious freedom. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton said that he will appeal the decision. Paxton sued 2 school districts for refusing to comply with the state law yesterday.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is prohibiting the largest Muslim civil rights group known as the Muslim Brotherhood and Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, from purchasing and acquiring land in Texas because he says that they have direct ties to Hamas. A spokesperson for the organization called the governor's decision defamatory and says that he has no authority to make this decision.
A day after President Trump said he is, quote, willing to do whatever it takes to stop drugs entering the U.S., end quote, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum on Tuesday ruled out allowing U.S. strikes against cartels on Mexican soil. On Monday, men arrived in a boat at a beach in the northeast Mexico and installed some signs that read in both English and Spanish saying, quote, warning, restricted area, end quote, signaling that the U.S. Department of Defense considered the land restricted. Mexico's Foreign Affairs Ministry said late Monday that the country's Navy had removed the signs, which appeared to be on Mexican territory. Quote, the origin of the signs and their placement on the national territory were unclear, end quote, the ministry said in a statement. The U.S. Embassy in Mexico shared a comment from the Pentagon Tuesday about the incident, confirming that the contractors putting up the signs had placed them at the mouth of the Rio Grande.
Isn't it sad that we are approaching the end of NTTV for this semester?
It is very sad. And you know what? We have some fitting weather coming for this tragic moment. Our weather anchor, Alex Martinez, has more on that. Alex?
Hi guys, thanks guys for pitching me. I'm not where I usually am. I'm outside of the studio. We are reporting live for the weather. So the current conditions outside are sunny. It is 79 outside and it feels like 82, and that's all thanks to some hot, muggy air that is coming in right now. The wind, approximately 6 outside right now. And now that's all for the current temperatures. Now for tomorrow conditions, that is going to be 77. It's going to feel like nice, like same conditions, a little bit warmer tonight. 80 is how it's really going to be feeling. Again, it's all thanks to that hot and heated humidity. The wind's going to slow down a little bit around then, like it's going to be around 6 and 7 around that area. And speaking of 6 and 7, tomorrow morning's conditions are going to be 67 degrees early morning. So it's going to feel nice and cool tomorrow morning on your way to work and onto class. The temperature is going to feel like 70, and the wind's going to be around like 7 miles per hour. That's all for me right now. Stay tuned for my full weather breakdown. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Alex. A source close to the Los Angeles Police Department has revealed that singer David has been named a suspect in the murder of 15-year-old Celeste Ramirez. The girl's body was found decomposing in an impounded car in LA, where the car was towed after being parked for a month in a Hollywood neighborhood. The source also revealed that the artist had not been cooperative in the investigation. Police shared that Celeste had likely been deceased since the spring, and suspect David had helped in dismemberment and disposal of her body.
Yesterday, the House of Representatives nearly unanimously voted to release the Epstein files. In a 427-1 vote, the one vote being Republican Representative Clay Higgins of Louisiana. Congress passed a bill that will push all documents on Epstein to be released within the next 30 days. Trump's tone has shifted from not wanting them to be released to saying that he has nothing to hide. The Senate is expected to formally send the bill, compelling the Department of Justice to release all of its case filed tied to the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein to President Donald Trump's desk today. It is unclear whether the Department of Justice would release all the files if the measure is signed, or whether the documents will remain withheld in investigations.
Larry Summers is resigning from the OpenAI's board of directors days after a video went viral of him speaking to his class at Harvard University, apologizing for his involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. Summers was the former Treasury Secretary under Bill Clinton and joined the board for OpenAI in 2023. Summers' name was mentioned numerous times in Epstein's emails released last week, and his name was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log at least 4 times. Larry Summers says that he is deeply ashamed of his actions and he is aware of the pain that he has caused.
5 individuals have been arrested, and $1 million in stolen goods has been recovered from an auto repair shop on University Hills Boulevard. Police spotted a trailer that had been reported stolen by Benbrook Police and being taken into the shop. The Dallas Police Salvage Squad interviewed the workers, revealing that the site had been used to house a variety of stolen goods that both the owner and the manager took part in. Among the recovered goods were 600 aluminum rims, 1 trailer, a motorcycle, an ATV, a car engine, and other various machinery, in addition to over $32,000 in cash. The suspects are facing felony charges for theft of property and unauthorized use of a vehicle.
The Dallas Police Association president is on leave pending the outcome of an internal investigation. Jamie Castro, a longtime officer who led the Dallas Police Association, the city's largest and oldest police union, was placed on administrative leave Friday while the department conducts an internal affairs investigation. The exact nature of the investigation was unclear Monday. Quote, any allegations of misconduct is taken seriously and investigated thoroughly and fairly, end quote, said the Dallas police chief in a statement through the spokesperson.
Coming up, Target and Amazon both face some trouble.
In a deal that Plano is trying to make with Dart. All this coming up and more.
Good evening, my name is Amanda Hasbell and I'm joining you here today in the Union parking garage. Today we're going to be going over how to drive safely in the parking garage. Let's go see. Oh my god, this girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Ma'am, are you okay?
Did you see that lady hit me with a car?
Yeah, we did. I got it all on video.
Oh my god.
Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that.
Yeah, not the hospital.
Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our mean green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
Amazon has begun its payouts towards people eligible after its $2.5 billion settlement. The settlement occurred due to allegations that Amazon tricked people into purchasing Prime memberships and made it difficult to unsubscribe from payments. The settlement can be as much as $51, and anyone who doesn't accept them from the email they were sent to will automatically be mailed a check to the address associated with their Prime account.
Target is facing a drop in sales during its last quarter after the company faced intense backlash earlier this year after they retreated on some of their diversity initiatives. This is not the only hardship that Target has faced this year. In October, the company planned to lay off 1,000 of their corporate employees, and in August, Target CEO Brian Cornell announced that he was stepping down after 11 years at the retailer. But Chief Operator Michael Findelkey will step into the CEO role later this year.
The city of Plano has formally submitted a proposal to DART on Friday that, if approved, would keep the city as a member of the transit agency. The city council chose to leave the decision as to whether they should leave the agency up to a citizen election, along with Irving, Farmers Branch, and Highland Park. Following disputes with DART, the agreement for Plano proposed to extend their contract through 2031. Plano hopes for the continuation of rail and express bus services, but to discontinue standard bus service and demand response along with other non-rail services by 2029. Additionally, Plano wants a phased portion of DART sales annual sales tax contribution to be returned to the city. The city has confirmed willingness to cancel the election pending striking a deal with the transit agency.
Earlier this month, TEA Commissioner Mike Morath made the decision to install a state-appointed school board for Fort Worth ISD. But as of last night, the Board of Trustees for the district voted to appeal the TEA's decision. Morath was required to take action after Fort Worth ISD received its 5th consecutive unacceptable academic accountability rating following the 2022-2023 school year. However, FWISD voted 7-1 to overturn this decision, saying that they will continue to focus on academic excellence. I cannot wait for Thanksgiving break. I could really use some rest and relaxation.
Yeah, me too. And hopefully after all this rain, maybe we're going to get some of that nice fall weather to enjoy the break. Let's check in with Alex Martinez to see what he's got. Alex?
So the weather is going to be kind of interesting following up to Thanksgiving break. This is the current weather breakdown for our current general area. As you can see here, 78s and 79s are kind of the most, and 80s are kind of the most common numbers we're seeing right now. Across the board, it is just going to be kind of a mid to high, like heat, kind of unusually hot. The weather is very unique as of right now. It's kind of that transition period from summer to that cold winter, hard winter that we usually get now. Now, if you zoom out, you'll see the conditions for the entire Texas area beyond just our simple area. A wide range of numbers from 63 over here in El Paso to 81 in Austin, as well as Houston. And over here at Shreveport is 79. It's all over the place right now, but across the board, the weather is kind of not really deciding what it's going to be for the current conditions. It's very interesting to say the least. Now on to the week's forecast. As you can see here, it is going to be rain and snow, just lots of rain. 67% chance of rain for tonight, and for tomorrow, 95% chance of thunderstorms. Same with Sunday and Monday, storms and rain. It's just going to be a lot of different overcasts and storms for the entirety of the Thanksgiving, going into Thanksgiving break. I hope that you can enjoy your holidays, everyone. It's going to be really rainy on your way home. That's all from me here at Weather. Back to y'all at the desk.
We have an update on a story that we have been following about the $1 million lawsuit against Gateway Church located in Southlake. The elders of the church filed last Friday to appeal the civil defamation lawsuit that was filed by a woman who was sexually abused by the megachurch's founding pastor, Robert Morris. The appeal asked the court to make a decision by November 21st.
63-year-old Janie Perkins has been arrested on one count of capital murder for the murder of Cynthia Gonzalez in 1991. A breakthrough came in this case following its assignment to an Arlington homicide detective earlier this year. The case was also one of the 3 assigned to students in an advanced criminology course at the University of Texas Arlington. Students on the case asked detectives questions about Janie Perkins, which prompted authorities to look into the case files further. Chief of Police Al Jones says that this was the hope when launching this program and thanks the students for their effort and contributions to the case.
Cameron, I think that it is a very important thing to stand up for what you think is right.
I agree, and so does the rest of our generation. Our segment anchor, Jenny Yanez, has more on how Gen Z is changing the world.
Thanks, guys. Gen Z protests are rising around the world as young people speak out on political, social, and economic issues. These protests are tied to one single cause and are part of larger patterns of young people speaking out about their concerns. Experts say Gen Z protests vary by country, but many share similar themes. Young people are calling attention to rising living costs, violence affecting students, and government transparency, environmental concerns, and human rights issues as well. In Mexico's most recent demonstration, thousands of students marched peacefully, urging leaders to address safety and accountability. Social media continues to play a major role in organizing these movements and spreading information quickly. Officials in many regions say they support peaceful demonstrations and are monitoring the events closely. As these moments grow, Gen Z continues to show how strongly they want to be heard. That's all I have on the Gen Z movement. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks a lot, Jenny. A casino giant has its eyes on Dallas.
And now her campus is helping out students with self-care. Don't go away.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DatQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DatQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DatQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DatQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
The Las Vegas Sands Corporation wants to build a massive hotel, casino, and convention resort in Dallas, but firstly, Texas would have to legalize gambling, and local officials would need to welcome the project. Vice President of the corporation, Andy Abdoud, says that Dallas is the only city that can match the company's Marina Bay Resort located in Singapore. If allowed, Abdoud would say that the resort could be done within 3 years and that this would bring tourism to the city.
It's very important to have a place to express yourself with others, especially with freedom to do so however you'd like. I spoke to the performance interest group known as PIGS to see how they provide this space for students here at UNT.
The Performance Interest Group at UNT is beginning to gain traction as a creative outlet for students. But just a statement isn't enough for this organization, because PIGS speaks for itself.
So PIGS is the Performance Interest Group, but really we're just a creative outlet for the students. And there are so many places on campus that you can be creative, but there are always some restrictions or there's always some cuffs that you got to deal with, and we don't believe in that in this black box. We like to give people a space that they wish that they had years ago, a space that they wish that they can go back to years from now. And we just really want to be the place that everybody feels welcome and everybody feels supported and everybody, most importantly, feels creative.
So PIGS provides a space for students to express themselves however they'd like. But what do students really get out of utilizing this space?
As a group, we collaborate to create performances that are emotional, happy, sad, funny in nature, all of the above. We really do it to create a community. This is my family. I consider them to be the closest friends that I have. And because of this group, I am who I am in Denton. And so we really just get together, collaborate, and become friends. It's my favorite part about it.
PIGS is everything to me. I'm not going to lie. My voice is because of PIGS. My confidence is because of PIGS. How I stand so tall is because of PIGS. The backbone that I have is because of PIGS. This performance space, just performance in general, is the reason why I am who I am today. And the character that I've built in that black box is something that no one can take away from me and no one can take away from anybody in here. And to put it plainly, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me here at UNT. And I think it is the best thing at UNT.
Cameron Shields, NTTV News.
What kind of self-care do you usually do during finals, Cameron?
Well, during finals, I kind of put my head down, but on my last day of class, whenever I finish all my assignments, I always build a Lego set.
Really? Usually my self-care consists of just taking a nap, but maybe her campus can help us with some self-care things for finals. Our segment anchor, Alwa Fall, has the story. Alwa?
Thanks, Landry. With the semester winding down and finals coming up, her campus wanted to give members a moment to slow down and recharge. I went to Stage Hall to find out how the event went and how students focused on self-care during a busy season.
The semester may be winding down, but student organizations on campus are still finding ways to bring people together before finals hit. Her campus, UNT, hosted a members-only body care making event this past week, giving students a chance to relax, recharge, and create something they can take home. I went to Sage Hall to learn more. The co-president of her campus says they chose this event specifically to support students as the semester gets harder.
The semester is coming to a close, everybody starts to get tired, midterms start coming up, and it's very easy to forget how to take care of yourself and the body that you've been given. Plus, it's starting to get cold outside, so the way we treat our bodies in summer is not the same way we treat it in winter.
Along with the timing of this event, she also explained why this workshop was exclusive to members.
So it wasn't a specific choice to exclude everybody else. It was really just a case of our members get what they pay for. So if you joined her campus, you would get the opportunity to have all of these exclusive events added to your membership dues.
With finals approaching, her campus hopes events like this remind students that taking.
Thanks, Alwa. For anyone feeling the weight of the holidays, Denton has some helpful resources to help lighten the load. Mr. Chopsticks, a local Chinese restaurant, will be giving out free meals between the hours of 12 and 2 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, and Project Hope Denton will participate in a turkey giveaway on November 22nd, also at 12 p.m. These resources are on first-come, first-served basis, but for ongoing assistance, you can visit the Hands of Hope Food Pantry every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
With an exciting break coming up, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City is just a week away, and organizers are debuting 7 new floats, including the very first Labubu float. Some of the other floats include a Master Chocolatier Ballroom by Lindt, a Stranger Things Upside Down investigation float by Netflix, and the Littlest float by Goldfish. This year will be the 99th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade to march through the streets of Manhattan. The parade will be streamed live Thanksgiving Day on NBC and Peacock.
Well, Cameron, what wins do you get to be proud of this semester?
Well, I think we get to be proud of for being the best looking at the station this year.
You know what? I could not agree more. And I also know that volleyball has had some wins to be proud of as well. So let's hand it over to our sports anchor, Elias Freeman, to see what she has for us. Elias?
Thanks, guys. When we come back, I'll talk about Dallas Pro Sports, as well as how our very own Mean Green women's volleyball is doing ahead of this weekend's conference championship. Don't go away.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method
And can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
The Dallas Stars faced off against the New York Islanders last night at home in Dallas. This game was the season debut for Stars captain Jamie Benn following his surgery for a collapsed lung he sustained in a preseason game. Benn is 1 goal away from his 400th career goal, and fans anticipate when the milestone will come to the longest tenured captain in Stars history. Stars ultimately lost the game by a score of 3-2 after a massive effort by superstar Jason Robertson. Mikko Rantanen comes under fire last night for a hit against Alexander Romanov that ended in his ejection from the game. Despite the less than ideal game, the Stars are having a successful season and were on a 5-game winning streak heading into the matchup. The Stars are currently ranked 2nd in the Western Conference behind divisional rivals, the Colorado Avalanche. The Stars will play again tomorrow night at 9 against the Canucks in Vancouver. The Dallas Mavericks played against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Monday, November 17th, and came away with a 96-120 loss against the 2025 conference semifinalists. Shooting guard Jaden Hardy led the Mavericks in points with 17 in the game, and the Mavericks' young star Cooper Flagg came away from the game with 15 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists in 27 minutes played. The Mavericks acquired Flagg with the first overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft. The Mavericks are currently 4-11 on the season, a fact which led to the termination of general manager Nico Harrison's contract last week following their lackluster start to the 2025-2026 season. The North Texas women's volleyball team faced off against Rice University on Sunday in front of a sold-out crowd at home. The outcome wasn't the one they wanted, with a match loss of 3-1, but this weekend they head to the conference championship where they'll play against Wichita State in the first round on Friday. I got a chance to talk to their head coach and a few players about how they're feeling heading into the championship. North Texas volleyball closed out their season against Rice University at home in a 3-1 match loss, and this weekend they head to the conference championship.
The big thing I told them is that we have to get out of safe mode. I think safe mode works against some teams, but it's not going to work against the teams we're playing.
Despite the loss in their season closer, freshman Dakota Mitchell is confident about their chances and their abilities heading into the conference championship.
I feel like we're on the way up right now. Yes, it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but we were fighting for it. We played really well. And so I think it's just we're going up right now, and I feel like going into the conference tournament, we just have that little bit of grit and a little bit of push, and we're just, I feel like we're going to do a really good day.
We know when we're playing our game, we're going to do well and execute, so just focusing on that, focusing on our game plans, and just finishing.
North Texas volleyball finished 4th overall in the American Conference, a fact which many of them contribute to their team culture.
Just we find ways just to out-team people. I think we're good defensively. We hold teams to low hitting efficiency, and we just find ways to win.
North Texas will face off against Wichita State in the first round of the conference championship on Friday, November 21st. With North Texas Television, I'm Elias Freeman.
Thanks, Elias. We just wanted to take this time to give a special thanks to our talented team and crew this semester, Alex Martinez, Awa Fall, Jenny Yanez, and Elias Freeman for being talent, and our crew in the studio.
Honestly, all of you guys make it happen, and it has been an absolute pleasure. So thank you guys so much. And shout out to our graduates, Marcella Flores and Ashley Perdeo.
Yes, thank you all so much for this work this semester. And thank you for watching NTTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow here at noon, and then tonight at 6 again, which will be our last show here on North Texas Television.